Howdy. Give me a second. My hand has a massive fucking blister that popped. Yeah, you guys can't really see it all that well. Right there. It's dried out. So, skin's cracking. Come on. Facebook does not want to play nice. There we go. Took you long enough. Okay. So I linked it on Facebook, on Twitter. Come on, skin. All right. Time for the knife. I'm going to go in with scalpel precision. Because, you know, I'm a bum. Might as well do it like a bum, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a little too much meat. See, I got just enough of the fucking shit to move, but I just can't grab it to pull. There we go. I got some. So I've had a pretty eventful fucking week. Started work Friday. There we go. That's the money shot. So last Friday, started work last Friday, worked Saturday, worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I've worked all day, every day except for Sunday this week. I just got back from work almost 7 minutes shy of half an hour ago. I am beat. I also have a sty coming in. Oh, hey, Dan. Thank you, Dan. Fucking Zeppelin. Also, hey Stem, sorry for but I don't even remember. I can't even remember now. That's how exhausted I am. I can't even remember if I said hello to you too. But also it's not even working now. The fucking screen's cracked. That broke fucking Friday. I think it was Friday afternoon. Because yesterday, I came home. Oh god, I don't even remember what time I fucking came home yesterday. I came home late. I know that. It broke on the job. We were sweeping parking lots, and I accidentally put it on the side where the street sweeper was, because we needed the street sweeper to come in and sweep up all the sand and salt from the winter. Got sucked right up, thrown right out. So a couple people in the group I'm in have my number in case like I'm asleep or something. They can text me to be like, "Hey, D&D," or "Hey, are you still alive?" I was gonna tell them when I came home, like, "Hey, I don't have my phone anymore. I gotta put time on my other one, so you guys aren't gonna be able to reach me anytime soon." Passed right out. As soon as I sat down at my desk, fell asleep. Fell right asleep. That's how exhausted I've been. Thursday, I bought Utopia, the new DLC expansion for Stellaris. I haven't played it. Fell asleep. I got Don't Starve Together. I've clocked in like 13 hours of that. Just fiddling about, testing it since Thursday. I have the Flame in the Flood, or the Fire in the Flood. Haven't installed that yet. I don't even know if my computer will be able to run it. Oh, that's blood. That's fine. I've got fucking gunk all over my fucking hands still. I just took a shower also before I started the stream because I was basically all right here, up, caked. Whole arms, caked. Back of my neck, caked. This, my beanie, completely caked in sand, gravel, salt, mud. Yes, I did. I saw that Friday while at work. We were driving to another thing, and Josh, the guy I work with, he's my boss's grandson, oldest grandson. He has an iPhone or an Android, and he was like, "Hey, check it out, because you're a Star Wars fan." So me, him, and this other kid, Chris, we all huddled in the fucking truck cab and watched it on his phone. I'm seeing a little Empire Strikes Back with it. With the desert scene with AT-ATs walking on the desert, or the fucking salt bed, or the salt flats, and you have the weird speeder things coming at them. I don't know. Then there's the tree that everyone was talking about in the leaked fucking script. Also, Luke talks about that there is going to be no more Jedi. Fucking goddamn, the skin on my blister. It's fun, Dan, by the way. It's kind of confusing at first. I would recommend reading up on the wiki first. I only know how to play it because I've watched Markiplier's playthroughs of it. I've been meaning to get it for a while. So fucking dead skin on this. There we go. Huge. Also, yes, I know about the Moab. I had an argument about the Moab and its use. I know about the fucking United shit going on. That's a clusterfuck and a half. Haven't really been touching up on all the news. God. Sorry for not doing a stream Wednesday. I was meaning to do a stream Wednesday. I was like, fuck it, I'll do an evening stream. I just passed out. No, wait, sorry, no. I didn't pass. I took a nap. So I took a nap and then I woke up and by the time I woke up, it was time for Shadowrun. So that's bleeding. Oh well. Feels like ages since I've done a stream. Let's see. I'm going to go on Yahoo, see the news, see what's going on. Talk about, because I haven't really done anything. There we go. Oh, God. Fucking, I have a snide that's coming in on my left eye because of fucking. We've been cleaning up fucking parking lots, so we need to use blowers, brooms, and shovels. So it's been fairly windy, so fucking just salt and sand have been coming into my goddamn eyes. I wear sunglasses, but it doesn't really help that much. But hey, that's how I see it. Death toll for massive U.S. bomb rises sharply. Who'da thunk it? Tax day protesters demand that Trump release tax return. Couple finds out they are biological twins during IVF treatment. A married couple who struggled to conceive only discovered that they were twins when they went through IVF. The unnamed couple underwent the treatment to help them have a baby, but doctors at the fertility lab noticed their DNA was abnormally similar. At first, the lab technician believed that the pair may be unwitting cousins, but soon ruled that out. Ooh. Also, yeah, the North Korean shit. I know about that. lovely discussion. Megyn Kelly email reveals complaints about Bill O'Reilly before leaving Fox News. Teenage girl shoots her 15-year-old friend in a car and dumps body outside Orlando Road. Oklahoma congressman under fire for saying constituents' taxes do not pay his salary. You guys are going to be hearing a lot of Skype beeps because Lundy is talking about a debate that's going on that he's listening to of Kevin Logan and War Corpse. Interesting. Okay, so back to that, the couple. Oh, and it's in Mississippi, of course. At first, lab technicians believed the pair to be unwitting cousins, but soon ruled that out because the DNA was far too similar. Eventually, doctors confronted the pair, who burst out in laughter when they were asked if they were related. A doctor at the clinic in Jackson, Mississippi, told the Mississippi Herald, quote, "It's just a routine thing, and we wouldn't normally check to see if there was a relationship between the two samples. But in this case, the lab assistant involved was shocked by the similarity of each profile. Adding to the compelling evidence was the fact the pair shared the same birthday and that friends had remarked how similar they looked. The doctor who broke the news described how he pleaded with him to admit he was joking, but he added, quote, "I wish that I was, but they had to know the truth." It soon became clear that the pair were unwitting siblings, both having been adopted as babies to separate families when their parents were killed in a car crash. They later met at a university party and bonded over their similar backgrounds. The unnamed doctor added, quote, "The husband said that a lot of people remarked on the fact they shared the same birthdays and looked similar to each other, but he said it was just a funny coincidence and that the couple were definitely not related. The pair are now said to be reconsidering their future together." Oh, Dan, you're making me hungry because I haven't eaten all day today. And my camera fucked up. There we go. I'm back. Then Todd Heap accidentally kills 3-year-old daughter while moving truck. Indeed, Stan. Lovely news. God, I'm fucking. God. I could go for a steak right now. That is weird. Because Dan, I blame you, Dan. I gotta go get something to eat. I will turn my camera off and I will make myself something to eat. Didn't I already say that? I guess. I don't know. Enjoy the lovely Skype beeping. Yep. Right there. Oh God, my legs. Oh God. Never a dull fucking moment. I wonder when PewDiePie will show the results of the shout out contest and what YouTube considers cyberbullying. What do you mean YouTube considers what cyberbullying is? Did you get flagged for cyberbullying or? Also, I just nuked some fucking chicken baddies. Been on a kick for them lately. Oh, there's one. And two. Salted and seasoned. Ketchup on it. No, not yet, but I'm trying to avoid it since I haven't seen that bad luck with that. I don't think you'll be getting it, Dan. That's just how I feel about it. Like, you're not harassing people. At least I don't think you are. It could be, for all I know. But I'm going to assume that you're not. That's all done. Okay. So how's everyone doing? How are all you lovely people out there? I am never better, always worse, though. I'm not, so your assumptions are right. I did make a lot of ponage videos in the past when I poked fun at BS. BS is in somebody, or BS is in bullshit? Gotcha. God, my back. What to talk about? In a little bit of drama myself, currently. It is not cool, Dan. This stream is always shitty. Fuck, I'm eating too fast. It's a pseudo drama. So I think it was this past Sunday. It had to have been, yeah, it was this past Sunday because I went to the clam bake and I did a stream. So when you and Sten, and I forgot who else was in the chat, but when you guys were in the chat, remember how I was kind of spacing out and I was typing a lot? That was because I was getting messaged. Being interrupted playing and grinding in Final Fantasy because of this pseudo drama. And I say pseudo drama because it's one-sided. I haven't even done a fucking thing. No. Wasn't that Sten? My ex, apparently. I haven't talked to her in oh fuck. Like 5 weeks. 5 weeks. I haven't talked to her. Actually, yeah. Friday, I think, was marked the 5th week that I haven't talked to her. It's a little over a month. So that's the tip of the iceberg. I was first messaged asking if I had put my friend's number on 4chan or something because he was getting prank called. And he was getting a lot of prank calls. I was like, no. Why would I put your number on 4chan? Why would I do something like that? And he's like, well, I don't know. I'm getting a lot of prank calls. I'm like, okay. Why'd you message me, though? Excuse me. So I'm talking to him for about, I'd say, 4 or 5 minutes. Then my other friend messages me. And I'm keeping the names anonymous because don't want to talk about it. Oh, God, what's going on? So I go back to the stream, trying to mind my own business. And like 3-4 minutes go by, bam, get another message from a friend of mine, a mutual friend. He goes, hey, are you there? I go, yeah, I'm doing a stream right now. Why? He goes, good, I got a question for you. I'm like, okay, shoot. Did you register your ex for a prank calling service? I'm like, no. Why would I do that? He goes, she's getting a lot of prank calls lately. I'm like, okay. How does this align up to me? He goes, well, I don't know how to say this, but she thinks it's you. I'm like, okay, that's good. All fine and dandy. Why would I do that? I haven't talked to her in like almost 5 weeks. He goes, Are you being honest with me? I'm being honest with you. Why would I do that? He goes, well, I don't know. I believe you though. And like the thing that sucks is like it's a he said, she said kind of thing. So like I don't know who to believe. But I'm gonna believe you, and I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and believe you. So I'm like, all right. And then I go back to the stream. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna go back to the stream. And actually, speaking of which, because I finished eating, there we go. I think that was pretty quick for 6 chicken patty sandwiches. So I go back to the stream, mind my own business. I think I was in the water dungeon actually at that point, and you get another message from the first friend who messaged me, and he goes, "Oh, by the way, your ex is getting prank called too." It's a weird coincidence. So now I'm like, okay, this ain't making this. This is kind of fishy. You're getting prank called, and she's getting prank called at the exact same time. Like, are you actually getting prank called, or what? I get dust. Jesus. And so he then goes, "Hey, I'm just going to say this. If you think we're together, we're not. I barely talked to her. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I honestly don't give a fuck anymore." And I told him that. I was like, well, 1, why the fuck would I do that? 2, I haven't talked to her in weeks. I don't want to talk to her. Don't want to do anything. Don't want to deal with this shit. Not anymore. Don't want any drama. 3, I'm busting my balls working. I don't know, like, when it started. I still don't know. I didn't even ask. It's not my fucking problem. It really fucking isn't my problem. Like, I've yet to hear this friend of mine bring it up again that he's being prank called. So I don't know. But apparently that's the drama. I'm being accused of prank calling somebody. Fuck if I know. Like, I've been like, well, I don't know. Like, I honestly like this has to be the most elusive plot. Most elusive plot that you can probably conceive. Think about it for a second. You're prank calling someone, right? You're prank calling. So if I go into my phone right now and I look at the chat logs and go, these are all the calls I've made in the last week. they're going to say, like, that person, my ex, is going to say, well, he deleted all those calls that I keep getting, all these prank calls I keep getting. Okay. What if I get, like, what if I'm on a stream, like, right now and you get prank called? Then what? Is it me? You're watching, you guys are watching me right now. The only thing in my hand is a cigarette. Who's calling you? Oh, well, it's an automated thing. What? I don't have a phone in my hand. I'm not calling you. How's it me? How's it me? I can't show, there's no evidence. There's no evidence I can show. Even like, if she gets calls, like, if I'm prank calling her or what have you, I don't even know. Phone's broken. My phone's broken. I can barely see a fucking thing, actually. Give me 1 second. I gotta charge it just to show you guys because it's so fucking far gone. Yeah, I'll unplug the fucking keyboard. Fuck it. See? Broken. How can I don't even know her number. I don't even know the number to this. I had as a contact. How am I going to see what number it is? How can I show, like, even if I had proof, even if I had 100% proof on this phone, like, if she gets calls and she's like, oh, well, it's from his phone. How? Well, you got it off my Facebook. I'm not on your Facebook. Your Facebook is private. I've been trying to tell her that for weeks. I can't get anything off that. Well, you got it off of my Skype. I'm not on your Skype. You got it from the chat logs. Don't be stupid. Mid-February, I lost that account to a Baidu link that I clicked, like, oh fuck, back in like November, like October. I lost the account. I can't get the chat logs. I really wish I could get the chat logs. I've mentioned multiple times on my streams I wish I could get the chat logs so I can have evidence. Can't get it. It's like like 3/4 of a gig worth of fucking chat logs. I can't open it. I don't know. I honestly don't know, Dan. I honestly don't. Like, exactly. It's a very frustrating situation. No, like, no matter how much evidence I throw into the fucking ring, it's not going to amount to anything because there's a way to fucking deny it. Like I said, I bring up my call logs. Like, the only thing I've done is I've called my aunt, I've called my father, and I've called work. Like, do you need me? Do you need me Saturday? I need you Saturday. Come in at 7. All right, boss. Beep. Like, I don't know. I honestly don't fucking know. Plus, I've been working all day, every day, from 7. Actually, I got a lot of plates because I've been. I actually clock in my hours so I can keep track. I'm writing down my hours. 7th, 7 to 3:30. The 8th, 6 to 3. The 10th, 7 to 3:30. The 11th, 7 to 5:30. Wednesday, 6 to 6. April 13th, 7 to 5. 14th, 7 to 5. And today, because it was a Saturday, 7 to 3. So April 17th. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But yeah, like I've been working routinely, nonstop. You can't like there's lunch breaks, mind you. Yeah, varies. Sometimes it's 11 to 11:20. Sometimes it's 11 to 12. Sometimes it's 12 to 1. Sometimes you have to eat while you're in the truck going from one site to the next. When I'm working, I don't like I'm not thinking. The only thing on my mind is work. I gotta get this shit done because I want to get done as quick as possible. Like, trust me, I love the hours. Loving the long hours. I'm looking at a 500 and I think $580 check this upcoming Thursday. It's lovely. It is. I like having a nice fat check, but I'm okay with working 40-hour weeks. Or 45, 46. Because I'm working on Saturdays. We were supposed to work till 6, but we actually got it done because we had the street sweeper. So like I honestly don't know. That's the pseudo drama I'm in. Like, I don't know. Where's that book? Fucking make room for you. Fucking Stein. That fucking dead skin. Okay, yeah. Let's poke out so I gotta fucking bag up. Sorry, it's just I have a fucking penchant for picking at fucking dead skin. It's fucking annoying when you close your hand and you have fucking rough skin. There we go. So I'm gonna unplug this phone because the battery is fucked because of the water. in the fucking keyboard. I've stopped. It's clean now. You can see where the big ass fucking blister was from the broom. I've got a small one here, and I've got a couple along right there, and a couple along right there. I've also got some cuts all over my fingers, like fucking right there at the tops. This, here we go. Suckiest right there, all along the fucking tops of your nail beds. Those get fucked up the quickest, and sometimes the worst. But yeah. I'll have to buy that next week. Actually, thank you for reminding me. I have to take aspirin. Mm-hmm. There we go. I hate when you want to crack your neck or crack your back and you can't. Sucks. Let's see. What's your question, Sten? How long of a drive is it going to be? How much is it going to cost just to get from New Hampshire back? $3 hours, give or take. So that's a 6-hour trip there and back again. Haha, fucking Hobbit reference. God. Because here's the thing. If the sales tax, because I don't know how much Connecticut sales tax is, say it's like it's $2.99, it's $300. We'll round it off. $300, and it's like, I don't know, fucking $30 extra. Okay, so 6.35%. Now that's added onto the $300 price tag of the Switch. Because if it is, all right, so for the Switch, it'd be 1905. 1905, and then You're looking at like $21.30 in tax. And that's including the coupon. So I would say if the cost for gas is going to be less than that, then go for it. If you're already going up there to see your grandmother, then yeah, I'd go up there to get it to avoid the sales tax. God. No problem. I hate my country sometimes. Fucking hands. Fun fact, I have gained, because I weighed myself yesterday or Thursday, I've gained 5 pounds. I weigh a grand total of 175 pounds now. And that's 5 pounds of muscle, because I know it ain't fat. That's for damn sure. How I gained 5 pounds in fucking 2 weeks. You got me. I'm eating like a heathen half the time. But yeah, to no fucking end. Oh, that's something I can talk about. So, Shadowrun. So in Shadowrun, because I can't remember what happened in CJ's Kingmaker game this past Tuesday. In Shadowrun, we had 4 things happen. Hazel is the pet NPC for the DM. She's the witch, the street witch. Then we have Prodigy, which is Lundy's character, which is a hacker. He has a frail immune system. Sammy is playing a John Wick style character. So he's a hitman for hire. And my character is fucking Spider-Man. And so Hazel's home node, which is like how she like just plugs into the Matrix and stuff for all her stuff. Basically, she had a fucked up modem. That's the easiest analogy, fucking metaphor thing that I can think of for this. Her modem was fucked up. She asked Prodigy to go take a look at it. He went there. He dealt with some viruses that are on there, and he fixed it. And so she was like, "Thanks, I'll give you a ride home," because he doesn't have a ride. And so as they rode back. Thankfully, no. He's Spider-Man in powers alone. Like, he can cling to walls, he can fucking jump 10 feet in the air without a running start, and he can fucking... Oh, God, I think my guy can bench 150 pounds, 600 pounds without getting tired. Deadlift, I think, is the proper term. He doesn't have spider sense, thankfully. He can shoot web, but he's more Rorschach, or actually no, he's Rorschach meets Kyle Reese from Terminator, and he looks like Kyle Reese because that's the picture I use on Roll20. I don't use the Spider-Man 2099 picture, but that is my token, Spider-Man 2099. Lundy and Prodigy, Prodigy and Hazel were driving back to his place. Now, at the same time, Sammy's character Jax was at his apartment minding his own business when he heard a knock at the door. So he opened it up. The whole fucking got fucking the deadbolts and shit. He's unlocking all the deadbolts, but he keeps the chain on the door, and he opens it up, and there's a fucking Russian standing there. And so the Russian was demanding some of the money that the mob that he owes to the mob, because Sammy chose the negative quality in debt. So he got like 5,000 extra. He got $5,000 from the mob to pay up with things for his starting character, and so he has to pay that plus interest. So he owes like $7,500 to the mob. And so the guy starts yelling at him, telling him like, "Where's our money?" Give me a second. Okay, so the Russian mob was the Russian enforcer was trying to get the money off of him. Sammy's character was like, you know what, fine, like you'll get some of the money. So he handed him $1,000, and he's only supposed to be paying $750 a month. So he actually paid $250 of what he owes. So Sammy's now down from $7,500 to $7,250. And after that, the guy's like, fine, I'll be seeing you. And so the guy left, and he won't be seeing him for another month. And Sammy closed the door, and that was the end of his little day off. And then comes my character, because I had stepped away because I was grabbing something to eat or drink at the time. So I came back, and I was asked, like, what's your normal routine on your days off? And I was like, punching the fucking heavy bag or working on the speed bag, bench pressing, just basic physical fucking training, or I'm tinkering with my fucking suit, or reading medical texts, because my guy was formerly a fucking geneticist and a biologist. So he's usually doing that. Very Spartan-esque, more about like focusing on the mission more than actually enjoying life. And so the DM was like, all right, well, are you in your bedroom when you're doing this? I'm like, no, I'm in the living room. Like the big open living room with the kitchen like right next to the kit. Like the whole, like the kitchen and living room are all one thing. He's like, all right, well, when you're walking by the window, you see a glint out of the corner of your eye from the fourth-story building, across the fourth-story floor, or the fourth floor across the street from you. I'm like, oh, fucking no. I walk right over to my fucking workbench where I have all my shit. I grab my fucking helmet, put it on, and I turn on the vision magnification, and I look right at that fourth floor where I saw it, and there's a guy with a fucking pair of binoculars. And as soon as he notices that I'm noticing him, he immediately ducks. And he's in a fucking parking garage. So I'm like, well, I grab my comm link, call up fucking Lundy's character, and I'm like, Lundy, I need you to do a small favor for me. I need you to hack into the fucking, the cameras cameras on the streets and if there's any cameras in the fucking parking garage across from me. And he's like, why? And I was like, I just saw somebody spying on me. I don't know who the fuck it is, and I don't know if it's tied to the mission, the job we're working on or not. But can you do it for me? He's like, yeah, no problem. Where are you? So I tell him where I live, and he's actually like 1.5 miles, 2 miles away from where I am. So he just plugs in while Hazel's driving, and he starts hopping through the matrix, and bam, he immediately knows who what the guy is. And the guy's dressed in a full body suit or a cat suit. He's got a fucking handgun, and he's got a bunch of fucking spying equipment with him. And he's trying to duck and weave through the parking garage to get out of there. And so Lundy notices that he has a lot of cyberware. One of his legs is robotic. I think one of his arms is robotic, and he has a bunch of fucking shit inside of his head and body. Lundy just hacks into him immediately and starts fucking just shutting down systems. Shuts down his arm, shuts down his leg, all that. Meanwhile, I'm getting my suit on, opening up my window, and I'm just about to web sling all the way to the fucking parking garage. Lundy tells me, hey, yeah, got some pretty good details on this dude's comm link. Apparently he's been scoping you out all day, and he's got some pretty detailed files on your comings and goings and like where you live. He's got all this information, so I'm gonna just upload it to your comm link. I'm like, thanks. He's like, no problem. Is there anything else I can do? I'm like, no, I'll take it from here. So I immediately cling to the ceiling, and I'm scurrying along the ceiling because he's still stuck on the 4th floor. He's trying to hide. Lundy tagged him and gave me the fucking the signal frequency or whatever. Basically, my helmet is able to see him as a glowing fucking outline. I know exactly where he is at all times. So I sneak up above him and immediately drop down and punch him in the fucking head. And he's got like a cranial plate because of his cyberware. That fucking gets dented. He drops. He starts trying to crawl away, and I just shoot some web and fucking web up his gimped fucking prosthetic leg. He just looks at that, turns to me, and he's like, what? And I'm like, hello there. Fancy meeting you after you've been spying on me all day. And he tries telling me, oh, well, I haven't done anything wrong. I was just checking you out. You haven't done anything. Like, I don't know why. Like, you're acting like this. You're a hacker or something. And I'm like, no, I just have my ways. I interrogated him essentially, asking him why he was there. And he was like, well, my client. Like, I was like, who sent you? He goes, Mr. Johnson, which is, there's a Mr. and a Mrs. Johnson. That's the code name for any fucking person that hires a shadow runner to to do a job. They don't give you their real names. It's always Mr. or Mrs. Johnson. So I'm like, oh, well, that's a shame. So I start unbuckling my pistol, slowly pulling it out, checking the ammunition, clipping, slapping the fucking magazine back in, pulling the slide and locking around in the chamber, screwing on the silencer. Meticulous as possible to let him know I'm not fucking around. And so he's finally like, okay. This dude, I don't know his name. He's a South Korean dwarf with a scar under his eye. He works at the Penumbra Club. He's a middleman that works for some kind of corp, like a megacorp, and Shadowrunners. He hired me to find you. That's all I know about you. I'm like, well, you know where I live, which means he knows where I live, which means I'm going to have to kill you. He's like, he doesn't know where you live, though. You're incredibly hard to find, dude. That's it. I just found you like a day ago or today. I'm like, all right. He's like, so you're going to let me go? Pop. One in the head. Right then and there. One in the fucking head. And Psych, the DM was like, why'd you do that? And I was like, well, he knows where I live now. Like, even though I have all the information, even though I have every little scrap of evidence that he has on me, and I can just wipe it, because Lundy was able to hack into his PDA and fucking upload it to me. Even with all that information, he still has a fucking brain. He could still like be like, oh well, they took all my information. At least I know it. I can fucking relay the few things I remember. So now he can't. He got a bullet through his fucking skull. So that was it. Looted the corpse. I took his bodysuit, which is kind of basically like it's actually kind of like a superhero costume. I took that. I'm gonna modify it, so I'll probably wear that and put like armor plating and stuff like that. I'll see what the stats are like for it if I fully armor it, because it might be better than my camouflage suit. And I called up Prodigy, Lundy's character, again. I was like, hey, can you loop the fucking camera feed in the fourth floor so that they know that they don't know who the fuck killed this dude? And he's like, yeah, I can do that. Bam. Instantly done. And so after I took the guy's pistol, ammunition, and binoculars, and I forgot what other shit he had, I just went back home. Took off my helmet, put on my street clothes, and called everybody up and was like, hey, you guys ready to do this mission? And so like a few hours later, we met up at the Orc Underground in Seattle. Now in Seattle, currently in Shadowrun, there's the Seattle Underground, which is like a system or network of tunnels. They've been retrofitted to be the living city community for orcs. And so we had to go down there for our mission. And we go down, we hire a guide, tell him like, hey, this is the dude we're looking for. Because he might have our next lead, or he might be our lead. So he brings us to this fucking seedy bar in the underground. And there's a fucking 10-foot tall troll as the bouncer. And he's bullying a couple fucking posers outside, so we just slip in without him noticing. We walk to the bar, we tell him, hey, we're looking for this dude. And the guy's like, he's in the back. Now, this whole place is filthy. And Lundy's character has a weak immune system, so he's starting to get a little sick and feeble because of the stagnant air and all the fucking fumes and chemicals. And so when we finally get down to where this dude is, he's like, oh, have a seat. So Prodigy takes a seat, and before me and Sammy can take a seat, I notice out of the corner of my eye the fucking troll is marching right towards us, and he does not look fucking happy. Well, the four of us, because Hazel was there, that the four of us were able to sneak through him and get in without fucking paying anything. And so, as a player, I'm sitting there going, okay, right. There's a 10-foot fucking tall troll. He must weigh at least 300 pounds minimum. Solid fucking muscle. He's a bouncer. Prodigy, our hacker, is frail and feeble right now because of how sick he is. So if he tries to hack into something and this dude knows that he's a hacker, he's going to immediately break him like a fucking toothpick. And Hazel's probably going to have to stay here, and I want both of them to try to get the information from this dude that's talking. So I was like, Sammy, come with me. Lundy and Hazel, you sit down, talk to the dude, get the information we need, get our leads, get whatever information you can get out of the guy. I'll be back. Sammy follows me out. I walk right up to the troll. And I told Psych that right away. I was like, I walk right up to that fucking troll. And Sammy's like, what are you going to do? He's like, the troll. I'm like, watch. Troll walks right up and he goes, okay, give me all your fucking money. Slide. I was like, I would, but I gave the last of my money to your mother right after I fucked her. And Psych started laughing. And Sammy just freaks out. He's like, what? What did you just say? And so the troll smiles because now he has a fucking valid reason to punch me. So he swings. This motherfucker has an insanely, pretty high unarmed combat, and he has a really good strength. He throws one massive punch as hard as he can, and so Sykes like roll a dodge or a block or try and catch it. I was like, I'm gonna try and catch it one-handed, and I fucking did. So this guy, picture it, 10-foot tall troll. There's a guy my build just standing there, acting all cocky, just catches his fucking fist with one hand. And as soon as he does that, I swing for him. After I say, you hit as hard as your mother does. Swung for the punch. He caught mine. And then Sammy fucking pulls out his handgun and fires it in the air. He's like, you do one more fucking thing, I'm putting a bullet right through your fucking skull, troll. Get out of here. And that I don't want to have a bullet go through my fucking brain and turn into fucking soup. So he just leers at Sammy, and then he points at me like, I'm gonna fucking get you, asshole. And I was like, you have a nice day now, sir. And then we walked back into the back room, talked to Prodigy and fucking Hazel as to the information that they got. We were like, awesome, we got our new lead. And so Hazel helped Lundy up, and we started leaving the Orc Underground. And that was the end session for Wednesday. Pretty good session. Pretty good session, I think. Am I back? Not sure if I'm back. Thank you, Sten. Let's see. Go through any of this. right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Um. mm, But yeah, I'm not even sure if you guys heard my whole fucking rambling story as to what the fuck happened in Shadowrun, but that was a pretty fun game this Wednesday. It was a good way to take my mind off of shit. I can't remember what happened Tuesday. I think we went to the Dale of the Dead. We fought an undead ogre or giant. I think it was an ogre. We killed it. I can't remember anything else about it. And then Thursday night we played the Knicks game, and Sammy's character died. We need to get cold iron weapons because we're fighting against fucking demons. It's either cold iron or silver we're gonna need, and none of us have those weapons, so we were kind of fucked the entire time. Like every time, like me and Sammy hit, we were doing half damage. So Sammy would if Sammy did like 20 damage, he's only doing 10. Yeah. Like, Lundy's the only fucker that has cold iron arrows. And so we're kind of getting fucked on damage output for me and Sammy's character. And then Napalm was just throwing fucking random animals to be slaughtered. I think he threw out a Wolverine twice, got killed. Those poor Wolverines just got eviscerated. Then he summoned a fucking crocodile, I think, twice. And basically, they were meat shields. That's it. That's all they were. They were cannon fodder to draw the fire from fucking me and Sammy. I will say this. Kind of suspicious that I never got attacked, and I was in the fray. I was next to 2 or 3 of the fucking demons. Sammy was drawing aggro like a motherfucker. Also in that game, Mushu, the little fucking dragon that's now a statuette. It's a long story. Apparently he knows. They know either that or they just don't like to drink, Lundy. You ever think of that? You ever think of that, Lundy? Maybe they just don't like the smell of alcohol. Like stale alcohol. A little bit of vomit. A little bit of vomit. But Mushu apparently knows that my character is from the Order of the Dragon, and there's 3 people of that order that are still alive. So 2 of them are working together, and 1 of them is working alone, trying to rebuild the order. And so Mushu was trying to tell my character, like, you can be a knight still. And it's like, no. opening up the flask. You're bringing back the bad memories. Here's the thing, Lundy. I'm not wearing armor. I'm not wearing any armor. I think I'm wearing an armored kilt. That's it. So technically my AC should be an 11. Like, the Order of the Dragon insignia is right on my fucking mithril breast, my mithril, I think it's breastplate that I have. It's either breastplate or a full plate. I think it's mithril full plate. Like, I have a fucking, the fucking insignia. When a drunkard has that kind of knightly sigil. See, now this is just raising even more suspicious fucking activity. Also, Sammy forgot, it's not his first character death. Well, technically. Sammy forgot that he was in Sykes' game, and he died via suicide. When we were in the arena, there was a fucking chest and a door on the side of it for some reason, and we opened it up, and it's like, that's trapped. None of us can open that trap. And it's got a lightning bolt fucking trap or something like that. And so Sammy was just like, fuck it, I open it. And Sykes like, you get hit with 10d6 of fucking lightning damage. And he's like, whatevs, YOLO. And so he got fucking killed that way. He basically, it was suicide. Suicide. So that's his first character death. Now, technically, it is his first death. It is his first death because he did not kill himself. He was killed by something else, and he had no part in it. Oh, that was something I remember that from from Thursday night. So Lundy, because I don't know if Sten and Dan are still here. Lundy was with Mushu to have him commune with Apsu, a dragon god, which is Mushu's pretty much employer / boss. And so what happens is he gets turned into a statue for like 20 years or 25 years. And so after this happens, Mushu becomes a little statuette. He turns into like a literal fucking like one of those miniature like Chinese dragon fucking statues you can get. He became a marble paperweight. And so Lundy's just carrying it around under his arm, looking for me and Sammy's character. And so I was like, yeah, Nick, you have to have him roll a percentile check because there's going to be at least a couple like dozen fucking taverns in this town alone. So I could be at any of them. I want to get drunk. Like it's like 11 o'clock in the morning. It's drinking hour. So Lundy started going from tavern to tavern trying to find me, and he finally finds me. And Sammy's there because Sammy didn't state otherwise. So I'm sitting there getting fucking sloshed like a motherfucker. Lundy's character's like, you are fucking drunk. You are too drunk to travel northwards with us. I'm like, I can do it. And we start arguing because he starts lecturing me about how I'm too drunk. I can't stand. Like, we don't have the fucking mode of transportation. I'm not fit for riding a horse with how drunk I am. I'm like, I could just buy a cart, 2 horses. 2 horses to pull this cart. We'll be fine. And so he's like, fine, but you're paying for it. I'm like, well, you can give me my 400 gold piece right for the month. We can pay it that way. He's like, I already paid you the 400 for this month. Next month, I'll be giving you 400. I'm like, fine. Oh, boy. Oh, lovely. Get ready for them feels then, Lundy. Get ready for them feels. And so my character, being the drunkard and kind of a fucking prick that he is, I messaged Nick, our DM, and I was like, Nick, I want to buy the cheapest horse possible. Like, it could be on death's door. I don't give a fuck. It could be a starving, emaciated one for all I care. I'll pay for it. So he laughed and he's like, roll 2 percentiles. So I rolled 2 of them. I guess I rolled good on one and I rolled shitty on the other because one of the horses I bought had jaundice, and I bought a 10 gold piece cart that can hold us all. And immediately Lundy's like, I want to check out these horses. So he checks out the first horse. It's fine. It's perfectly fit and healthy. The second one, he notices it's got yellow eyes. He's like, this horse isn't fit. I'm like, it's a horse. I didn't specify I was going to get a good horse. I said I was getting 2 horses. He's like, then you know what? How about this? You ride the fucking thing. If you think it's such a good horse, ride it. And it took me like 10 times to try and get on that horse because I had like a -7 to my ride check because I'm a stage 2 drunk. So kept falling off the horse. And so we had to ride northwards. I was barely holding on. The horse is barely fucking able to stand with my weight on it. And Lundy and Sammy's character were in the cart. And then for some reason we came to a river and there's a creepy old dude just chilling there, standing in the water. And it's Napalm's character. And he's like, I'm a prophet. It's like, okay. He's like, my name is McGarnagle. Apsu has failed you, and Mushu has as well. I'm your savior. Can I get in the cart with you guys? And they're like, okay. So he hops into the cart. We keep on riding, and then I think we get like probably I'd say because we don't really have like a mileage or measurement of distance. It's just we're going a far ways away. And nightfall comes, so we set up camp. And so my character at that point had fallen off the horse face first because of how drunk he was, and so he decided to just crawl into the fucking into the back of the cart and just sleep it off because he was way too drunk. And so that night he had finally gotten a little sober, and so he made a pot of coffee and he stayed up for 2 watches and didn't see shit. So it was supposed to be Sammy on 3rd watch. I remembered all the shit that Jacoby, Lundy's character, had said to me. I was like, you know what? I'm waking that fucker up. So I woke him up and I was like, your turn, motherfucker. And so Jacoby had 3rd watch and he met a fucking bard just chilling out in the woods. Like he turned invisible for some fucking reason. And then he came up and he's like, hey, don't shoot me or anything. I'm a bard. I'm looking for these artifact seekers, like the prophesized heroes of destiny. And Lundy's like, whoa, what a coinkydink. We're the heroes of destiny. And Lundy's the only character. Lundy's character is an assassin, by the way. He's the only one that's gung-ho about saving the world. My character is too focused on getting drunk and just keeping to his own like business. Sammy's character is just apathetic. Napalm's character is just like, I just got here. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Fucking Mushu is fucking nihilistic at this point. So the bard told a bunch of shit that was going on with Lundy's character. Lundy was like, yeah, you can crash here for the night and we'll talk in the morning. Sammy went on watch and he heard a rustling in the bushes. So he woke up Lundy's character and both of them went into the woods. They found a trail of blood and it was a hurt dog. And so they brought it back. They woke up Napalm's character. They woke up Napalm's character. He healed it, tried to fucking wild empathy it to communicate with it. I don't even know if it failed or succeeded or not, but we have a dog now. And in the morning, see, now that sounds like a. You want to know what? We should do that, Lundy. Cheers. We should do Cheers. Or World's End, the third Cornetto trilogy movie. We should go on a pub crawl across the continent. And End of the World is following right behind us. Plus, we could technically do that as a fucking plot hook. A lot of exotic ales and beverages. Exactly. Everyone's demons. Like the last pub we get to, Demogorgon's our server. You haven't died yet. Here, have this really expensive ale. And then it's fucking laced with cyanide. That's the rocks fall, everyone dies. Oh, got a message. But morning, the bard, everyone, me and Sammy and Napalm were like, "Who the fuck is this dude?" And he introduced himself as Kobe or Kobe. Told us a bunch of shit. Basically an exposition dump. He was able to commune with Mushu's statuette and make him talk again. And Mushu was like, "Hey, you know that town, Marigold, that you guys just left? Yeah, it's going to be assaulted by fucking demons. You might want to do something about that." So we turned right the fuck around and we started heading towards Marigold. And that's when we saw 4 demons on the road. Them. And Sammy charged in. He started getting the shit beat out of him. Lundy was sneak attacking all the time. I charged in. I started fighting. Napalm was then. That was when Napalm was spamming fucking animals that were getting killed by the dozen. And then Sammy died. And so that was the end. Also, first thing out of Lundy's mouth. Well, we can loot his corpse, take everything, and sell it. Now, you know what, Lundy? You know what? I'm going to rip into you. I'm going to rip into you Thursday. Well, you're the one who wanted to loot his corpse. You pay for the horse. You pay for the horses and wagon or buggy that we need. Blood money. If he has ale, though, I'm taking it. And a whetstone. Also, actually, this brings up a thing I was wondering. It is technically blood money. His armor and equipment is covered with his blood. Lundy, he was hacked to pieces by fucking demons with giant fucking claws and teeth. Blood all over it. So if you sell his blood-stained equipment, technically that is blood money. Yeah, but it's not bloody. Checkmate, Lundy. Plus, yeah, well, we're technically not adventurers. Like, I'm a drunkard bum. Sammy was probably one of the few adventurers. You're an assassin for hire. I guess those can be considered adventures, but I don't know. Like, we were heading towards our adventure when we had to turn around. Yeah, doesn't mean those are adventures, though. Because I said it's blood money. I'm not taking that blood money. I'm surprised. I am surprised you are not calling out my hypocrisy. Well, we were on an adventure. We were heading towards the adventure, and then we had to turn right around. Technically, we're not on the adventure anymore. The adventuring path is behind us. We're going to rescue a village, or try to rescue the village. If anything, we're probably going to fail because of how fucking strong these demons are, and we don't have cold iron weapons, save for you. So it's going to be a misadventure, if anything. But oh, that's it. That was my train of thought. When I was at work yesterday and today, I was wondering, arrowheads in fucking D&D, what kind of arrowheads are they? Because in Burning Wheel and a few other like more crunch heavy games, they usually have a specification of what kind of arrowheads there are. Like in Pathfinder, you have blunt arrowheads, which do bludgeoning damage instead of piercing. You have holy water arrows. They basically have like a little glass orb filled with holy water, so when it hits something, it splashes them. There's like burning arrows, barbed arrows, so on and so forth. But there's never like a clear definition of a normal arrowhead. Well, that's the thing. If it's a broadhead arrow, and I actually have to check because I think it's the broadhead arrow isn't viable against heavy armor. Okay. All right, arrowheads. Ooh, that Greek arrowhead looks pretty badass looking. Okay, Lundy, I actually have a good argument. And let me check just in case. I think they're bodkin points. Unhardened bodkin points. So bodkin points, like the original bodkin arrowhead, is a cheap and effective and quite efficient arrowhead. A lot more inexpensive to broadhead arrows. But the thing is that they're not the armor piercers that the bodkin arrow is known for. They're just basically really fucking pointy as fuck arrowheads. It's like a spear. Like it is to arrows to what the spear is when it comes to weapons. There's a little cap of fucking metal with a fucking point to it. And so as soon as it hits something, if it's made of armor or something, it's going to get blunted and just break. But they're cheap, they have a fairly good range, and they're just efficient. Broadheads are really expensive to make and manufacture. So like I was basically wondering like what kind of arrowheads it is, because usually like in a lot of the games I'm in, you don't really notice that kind of shit. Like when it comes to like with whetstones, with swords, nobody brings up the sharpening rules at all. Nobody likes to know the fact that like, hey, this sharp implement, like when I hack at fucking bone or stone or armor or anything, it's getting blunt. Or else I get a -1 to my attacks. Like, so I might have to check my lore if I start working on it again to see if I actually did change up arrowheads, because I feel like I did. Because I do like my fucking odd rules. Like I do use the whetstone. Christ, I think I have 2 whetstones on Duncan's character sheet. Also, I'm starting to have a sneaking suspicion Nick thinks that I'm only picking really big, like, fancy names just to annoy him or get a giggle out of people trying to pronounce it. Like, you, Lundy, are the only character that has consistently said Duncan. Everyone else says XXII or I think Nick said it, pronounced it XXII. Like, everybody keeps trying to stumble. Like, what the fuck is your character? How do you pronounce your character's name? It's Duncan. That's what you know him as, Duncan. Like, and that's an even simpler name to remember. Fucking blister. There we go. God damn. And I got beep. There we go. Oh, I'm not sure if Wendy is still there. If so, I'm going to ask him if he's talked to Gabe. Christ, I can't remember if it's Gabe or not. I think it's Gabe. The idiot you were debating, Lundy, if you're here. Oh, wow. Well, that's good, at least. That is good, at least. Facebook. Also, Donald's trying to hook me up with some chick. One of his friends' daughters. She's like 30 years old. She's a farmer. He tried telling me, well, she's not a farmer. It's her job. He's like, well, she grows food. She works on a farm and grows crops and stuff. I was like, then she's a fucking farmer. Well, she's not technically a farmer. I'm like, she goes to a farm. He goes, yeah. She grows food on this farm. Yeah. What do you call someone who works on a farm? Well, she's not a farmer. And then he's like, you should have saw her yesterday. Tight ass jeans, knee-high cowboy boots. And it's like, was she wearing a plaid sweatshirt with the sleeves rolled up and a straw fucking hat? He's like, she didn't have a plaid jacket on, but she was wearing a straw fucking hat. Thanks, Donald. What? You don't like farmers? I'm like, no. I just don't like fucking, I don't want. Really, Lundy? A tractor? I can discount country girls. I've lived in the country. I do challenge you to a duel. Fucking please. Lundy, my whole father's side of the family is fucking nothing but farmers. My cousin, my female cousins are country girls. Their friends, country girls. Every chick in my school, country girl. From if we have a gradient, this being fucking white trash and this being like an uppity fucking like a yuppie, they're right around there. Exactly. I've had enough of country girls, trust me. I would say a duel of pitchforks and torches. Or a chance for one of us to poke the other's eye out. Or our own eye. I don't even think Lundy knows how to handle a pitchfork. What if they ride horses? Probably. Okay. I'm going to say this. Do they listen to country music? Do they listen to country music? If they ride horses, do they listen to fucking country music? Because I'll tell you right fucking now, they're probably riding that horse because they want to fucking impress some fucking country singer. It happened a lot in my fucking day. What was his fucking name? I can't remember the fucking So my ex, my first ex, she's a country girl. She loves country music. She loves riding horses. She loves the whole cowboy shit. So she's like, man, like, I forgot what it was. I think we were just lounging on the couch or something, watching a movie, and we were watching a fucking Clint Eastwood movie. She's like, man, I really wish like I was dating a cowboy. So does using a hula hoop. So does using a hula hoop, Lundy. Working on a boat helps your hip movements. There's a lot of things you can do. But she was, I don't know. Exactly. Hotter than riding a horse. You don't smell like horse shit. Or a horse. And as we both know, horses smell to high fucking heavens. Even when you clean them. It's like washing a dog. They smell of wet dog afterwards. Mm-hmm. Sure you do. You get used to that fucking foul stench. Like, I love horses. Don't get me wrong. I wish I had a horse. I was actually thinking of just buying a horse and going cross country with it. You can do that. You can ride a horse from fucking... Saves on gas. That's for damn sure. Plus, you know, it'd be badass to brag. Like, people are like, oh man, my cross country was awesome. I just threw all my shit in my van or my truck or my car and I drove. I rode a horse out in the fucking wilderness with a horse with a fucking rifle. From fucking Massachusetts to fucking to Washington. I had to fight a cougar once because it tried to eat my horse. Plus, and I know this is gonna sound fucked up, but it'd make it even more fucking badass because it'd be a better chapter in my fucking story if I ever wrote about it. If I had, you can call AAA to get your car fixed if your car breaks down, or if you get into a car accident. Can't call AAA if your horse dies from a fucking cougar or a bear. Like if you had like, because there's been people who have like written like their whole cross country adventures, and it's like, oh man, my car, I've had it since I was like 16. I was 25, and it broke down, and the head gasket cracked, or like the radiator broke, and I had to just leave it. Truck came to fucking pick it up, and I was so sad, and I shed a tear. It's like, bitch, I was going through the fucking Rockies when a mountain lion mauled me and my horse, dismounted me, and then it started attacking my horse. And my horse fucking fended it off, and I shot that mountain lion. But my horse was badly injured. It was just laying there. So I had to fucking kneel down. I had known this horse for fucking a year. It had been with me all the way up to the Rockies from Massachusetts. We had plenty of giggles throughout that time. We even played poker. And now I had to look at it from the fucking sights of my rifle because I had to put it down with a mercy shot. And then I had to walk from the Rockies all the way to the fucking West Coast. I think that'd be a more touching, heartbreaking chapter in that story than fucking, oh, my head gasket broke. And I was all sads and stuff. Better story. Much better story. But anyways, back from that tangent, I'm going to move it back to what I was talking about. So I was sitting there with my ex, minding my own business, watching a Clint Eastwood movie with her. And she sighed. And it's like, what's up? She's like, oh, I really wish, like, I don't know. Like, sometimes I wish I was dating a cowboy. And I was like, are you sure about that? She's like, yeah, sometimes I think about it. And then she's like, do you ever think about, like, dating a hot model or something? I was like, no. No? Why would I think that? Like, I want to be with you. She's like, oh, well, like, cowboys are really sexy and stuff. I was like, well, my cousins are like, you date one of my cousins if you want to break up with me. She's like, no, well, they're not really cowboys. I was like, they have cattle, correct? She goes, yeah. I was like, they herd cattle? She goes, yeah. They're a cowboy. That's what cowboys are. She's like, well, that's not the kind of cowboy I'm talking about. I was like, are you talking a country singer cowboy? Because that's a musician. Or are you talking about fucking Clint Eastwood, which is a murderer? He's not a cowboy. Clint Eastwood, like all cowboys, like 95% of cowboy Western movies are literally just about a murderer. And that's a fact. There's a few that are like, oh, I'm a rancher. And some bandits came in, they shot my horse, or they killed my wife and kids and burned down my fucking ranch or my homestead. And now I'm coming back to murder them. It's like, okay, that's a cowboy who's now become a murderer. But he was a cowboy. Like 310 to Yuma. Or a 310 to Yuma. That's Christian Bale's character. I forgot the original actor for it, but they're a cowboy. The other ones are just sheriffs. Russell Crowe's character is not a cowboy. He's a fucking bandit / murderer. And so she was like, well, I guess a country singer. I was like, all right, then. You want to date a country singer that dresses like a cowboy, not an actual cowboy. I was like, all right, then. Can we go back to watching the movie? This is right where Tuco gets fucking, tries to get his comeuppance with Blondie. She's like, all right. And then we just watch the rest of the movie. But that's how most country girls are. They want to date a country singer, not an actual cowboy. Also, most of the chicks I've seen from town now that I grew up with are driving fucking 4x4 Fords or Jeeps, like a Jeep Cherokee, and they all have the same fucking bumper stickers. It's the fucking Confederate flag it's the redneck sticker with the Confederate flag motif to color in the wording. You ain't a redneck. You're not. Don't even try and say you are. If anything, you should have white trash. Right there in big old wording. Because if you were white, if you were redneck, you wouldn't be driving that. You'd have the most beat up fucking, like, just the most beat up fucking vehicle imaginable. Trust me, I know what a redneck is. I've seen them. There's fucking 2 country bumpkins in town that drive a fucking truck with no back. It's just the cab and the hood. The whole back is just completely ripped off. You can see the tranny and all the guts. The entire undercarriage is exposed. They actually just throw a fucking tarp over the back when it rains, so it doesn't fuck anything up or cause it to rust. That's a country bumpkin. That's a redneck. And the fucked up thing, the back of it's just chilling there in the lawn. Hasn't moved in fucking 2-3 years. They have tires all over the fucking front lawn. They have fucking junk everywhere. That's a redneck. White trash usually lives in a fucking trailer park somewhere, which is the fact. There's a lot of those chicks that have redneck on their fucking back of their trucks and their Jeeps. And they live in fucking trailer park. Oh, but I'm a redneck. No, you're not. You're white trash. That's your designation. Sorry, but it's the truth. 'Tis the truth, my dear. All right. It's been 2 hours. Let me check. I think it's been 2 hours. Yes, it has been 2 hours. I think my Saturday stream, my impromptu Saturday stream, is over. I'm going to probably grab something more to drink because I'm fucking thirsty. I might even drink tonight because it's Saturday. I can relax because I have no work tomorrow. And I'm probably going to hop on to Don't Starve. Yeah, I'll probably hop on to Don't Starve together, test out some more shit because I'm trying to work out the build and see like how to get things and how to find certain shit. Because it's been a while since Mark's played it. So I'll probably hit up you guys on Skype or Facebook, whichever. But thanks for stopping by. I mean, kind of bland coming here all the time, but hey, it's something. Keeps me focused. Yep. Hope you guys had a nice day. Have a nice day. If I don't hear from you guys tomorrow, I hope you have a nice Sunday. Talk to you later.